Yeah, it's Pop and Peeps. TuffLegend77 here, about to go to school in a few minutes, but this is, let's see, August's video game throwback day. And for this episode, it's how I got to love Delcatty. Now, Delcatty is a Pokemon, if you didn't already know, but, well, it's a Pokemon I never thought I'd grow to end up loving, but there is a story behind it, and that's what I'm going to tell you. And today's video game throwback day, which is also a story time with 787, how I got to love Delcatty. Now, let's start. Okay, so oftentimes in Pokemon games, mainly the 6th and 7th generation games, I do a ton of Wonderlocks on my own time. And, well, one time it was an Alpha Sapphire Wonderlock, and what happened was, well, my original 6 team members, they pretty much all died, except for one. And I don't remember any of the original team members aside from this one, but that last original team member, you probably guessed it, was a Skitty. An adamant Skitty that had cute charm. At the time, I wished it had normalized, but I think it's better that it didn't have normalized. And, well, this Skitty was surprisingly good. I trained it up all the way until it got covet, I believe, and then evolved it, and it was wrecking. It was absolutely destroying house. Nothing in its path would live. And, well, it just mowed through everything, at least when I sent it out. You see, throughout the other gyms, I barely used Delcatty at all because, like most people, I wouldn't want it to die, especially after I've trained it up more than any other Pokemon in my party. So, yeah, it was one of the key members of my team the whole way through. And then, the end game. It was a Delcatty. The moves it had were Thunder Wave, Strength, I don't remember if it had Shadow Ball the first time through or not. But, Thunder Wave, Strength. I think Return was in there. And then I don't know the last move. But, well, of course, first time through the Elite Four, every single Pokemon just died. Except for one. And that was, you guessed it, Delcatty. Now, the lock wasn't really a victory, but it was amazing. Basically, what happened is, I took Steven down to his last Pokemon with only Delcatty on my team. I took him down to his Metagross, did a hefty amount of damage to it, and then died to a Giga Impact. That's one hell of a way to go out. Final Pokemon, final hit. It was just phenomenal to go through. And, well, I may have lost that time around, but after that, I built completely a different team, except for the fact that it still had Delcatty on it, and ran through the Elite Four again. This time I won, because I'd already lost the locks, and since I was that far, I still wanted to complete it, instead of resetting the game. So, well, yeah. And Delcatty has always been in my vivid memory of a Pokemon that I didn't expect it to do nearly as good as it did, but it ended up doing better than most Pokemon in any log I've had. And that honestly is really special. Reminds me of a certain Raticate in one of Maryland's certain Pokemon logs. Okay, I'll tell y'all. The Raticate was named Carrot, and it was in Maryland's Pokemon Heart Gold lock. It survived until Blue. Its first partner was a Victory Bell named Pear, who died to the Electabuzz and Magmar duo on the way to the Safari Zone. After that, it was Papaya, the Xatu, who ended up dying to a coughing self-destruct from a rocket grunt. And after that, Maryland teamed paired up with Peach the Mankey, who eventually, of course, grew to be a primate band. They were the only, Carrot was the only original team member to survive that far. In terms of episodes, Carrot's the only one to make it past, 60? I believe it was something like 58, where Maryland faced Steven in his Emerald Wood lock, and the Zigzagoon lasted the whole journey, but even though Carrot the Raticate didn't, he lasted more episodes, so yeah. That's how I got to love Delcatty right there. It's a Pokemon just like Raticate that you wouldn't expect to do absolutely amazing, but it actually did do, amazing. And it will always have a place in my heart when it comes to Pokemon for that. Anyways, guys, this has been Typhlosion787, and I'm out of the house. Bye!